Hi here, Vince here. I'm back for a new video. Now, I know it's been a while since I last did a video on YouTube, but the reason why I haven't been uploading any videos is because, well, my other camera broke, which is very annoying, and also I have had nothing else to really talk about, so that I wanted to talk about. But I'm here now. I'm going to do a video. It's a quick TV review of the weekend. I'm going to be talking about the final result of The Voice UK and the conclusion of Ant and Dec Saturday Night Takeaway and Ant My Partner news. Well, let's start off with some slightly happy news about The Voice UK. I did watch the final. And the winner was in fact Ruti, I think her name is called Ruti. She won The Voice UK. I wonder what she's going to be doing this time next year. And so Tom Jones was the coach that won as well, so well done to them. Yeah, I'm happy for her, but I don't know what her future will hold. The thing is, the problem I have with The Voice UK is, after like a month after the series finishes, you forget who's won. The careers of the winners of the past track, the last few years, the winners of The Voice UK haven't had really successful careers after they've won. I mean, maybe their goal for the contestants on The Voice is not to be successful. Maybe they just want to get into music. Unlike the X Factor which has produced loads of stars, fantastic singers, and made celebrities out of these contestants on the X Factor and Britain's Got Talent. However, on The Voice UK, zero winners. The winners have had a zero successful year, really. I mean, they haven't really been. I don't know what it is. Maybe because the record label, is not very good. Let's be honest. I mean, but at least on ITV they are trying to boost their careers, kind of. But yeah, The Voice UK. I'm happy for Ruti. Donnell was the favourite to win, but he came second. And I think why Ruti won, because she usually performed last, and usually it's always better to perform last than to perform first, and I think that's why she won. We've seen it before in Britain's Got Talent, when usually the people who perform last usually would get through to the next round, and it's happened on The Voice. You know what, I'm not thrilled, I'm not disappointed, I'm a bit, okay. The Voice UK, at the end of the day, is a singing competition. I'm not really like, oh wow, it's The Voice UK, I'm so amazed. It's just like, oh, it's The Voice UK. I'm not really that interested in it, but I'll watch it, see what happens. But at the end of the day, it is a singing competition. And good talent has happened. There's really the singing competition has no novelty acts. At the end of the day, it has got good talent, but the problem is the winner's record label after the show is just not that very good compared to the X Factors, or if you go to American Idol. And it's not just in the UK The Voice is bad, it's also the USA. I mean, the Voice there. But anyway, hopefully Ruti will have a good career, and hopefully in the future on ITV they'll sort out The Voice UK, and hopefully it is getting better. And also it was Ollie Murs' first year as a coach. I didn't mind Ollie Murs. Obviously, at first it was a bit controversial jumping the ship to The Voice UK than being a judge on the X Factor. But I kind of liked Ollie. I like his music, yeah. Yeah, he was okay. And you know what, I actually liked all 4 coaches this year. I know who was the person that... Oh yeah, Gavin Rossdale from Bush. He was last year coach that got the axe last year, and I don't think Ollie Murs will get the axe like Gavin did. The problem with Gavin last year is he was just a bit boring. He didn't do anything. He didn't really. He was just kind of forgetful. He was on part of 4 coaches. Ollie really. I liked Ollie. He was very passionate. He really was really wanted. He really he was passionate about his team and his contestants, and his singers on his team. So yeah, I kind of like Ollie. I hope he comes back next year. Although I wasn't expecting to say that at the start of the series, but yeah, I quite like Ollie Murs. Yeah. Anyway, but well done, Rooty, for winning. Anyway, let's talk about Saturday Night Takeaway, the conclusion. I haven't actually talked about Takeaway, this series. So, it was the conclusion of Saturday Night Takeaway on Saturday. I enjoyed it, I really did. Although ratings went down, I still enjoyed it. And Declan and Donny did really well. So, as presenting the show, now, obviously, if you haven't heard the news about Ant McPartlin, it's very sad news. He obviously, he was involved in a car crash due to drink driving, smashed into another car, and you've probably heard about it. They had to cancel one of the episodes of Saturday Night Takeaway. He wasn't in the last 2 episodes. Declan Donnelly had to present the final 2 episodes, and he will not be appearing now going into Britain's Got Talent. We will see him in the auditions because they were made before the incident took place. But he will not be appearing, as I believe, in the live shows. He may appear in I'm a Celebrity in the Jungle in November, but he's currently in rehab in the moment, which is probably the best thing for him. I don't know if he will be for I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here in November later this year, but you just don't know. It is very sad news, but at the end of the day, you shouldn't drink and drive at the same time. And you know what? It's the best thing for him to go into rehab, really. You know what? It's just so sad to see somebody who's so great. Ant and Dec are the best Geordie presenters out there, and it's so sad to see someone like him get arrested and have to go back to rehab. It is just so sad. But yet again, it is the best thing for him. Yeah, but it is so sad. But well done for Declan Donnelly presenting the final 2 shows. It was not easy for him presenting on his own for the first time in something like 25 years or something. So well done to him. And also presenting in Orlando, or Universal Orlando Resort, or whatever it's called, in Florida somewhere. I can't remember where the Universal Studios are. Anyway, he presented the final show on his own. And also, will Saturday Night Takeaway be back this time next year? And where will it be? Would it be, because apparently this was the final series they were broadcasting in the London studios in the South Bank, so where will they be filming the next series of Saturday Night Takeaway? Will they be filming it in Television Centre, somewhere else? Or will they even broadcast? Will that be the final series of Saturday Night Takeaway? I really hope it's not. It just depends if Ant McPartlin's going to be out of rehab or not. I don't know if Declan Donnelly really wants to present another series on his own or Saturday Night Takeaway, but yet there's lots of fans. Saturday Night Takeaway is still one of the biggest shows on ITV on a Saturday night compared to Britain's Got Talent and I'm a Celebrity Get Out of There. All 3 of those programmes are the biggest programmes on ITV, and they're all presented by Ant and Dec. It is sad to see. It's just, I really hope Saturday Night Takeaway returns next year. I hope Ant McPartlin's out of rehab this time next year as well, but it's good that he is in rehab because it's for the best for him. And because he was in rehab last year, about 5 months, and then he had to leave because he had to do I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here last year. Maybe it was too short of rehab last time, and maybe he could have been a bit longer in rehab. And you know what, he actually, well, he wasn't perfect, but he was okay to present on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I think what else went downhill was the divorce, unfortunately. When you're married to someone so long and then it ends, and it was just the wrong time for him to get divorced as well. Maybe that's what caused the incident. It's just so sad news, and I don't really want to talk about it, but I have to. My opinion is, don't drink and drive. You've got to sort out your demons at the end of the day. It is just so sad. I keep repeating that, but it is so sad to him. But you know what, I really hope the best for both Ant and Dec in the future. And just let's hope this is not the end of them. And let's hope Declan Donnelly can present the live shows of Britain's Got Talent on his own as well. And on his, as best as he can. Just sad. But you know what? Declan Donnelly really did well without Ant on Takeaway. And let's just hope the best for both of them. So that concludes today. Not today. That concludes for this video of that review. What do you think about Acma Parkwood in rehab? Do you think he should stay in rehab? Do you want to see him in Britain's Got Talent? Do you want to see him in I'm a Celebrity this year? And what do you think of The Voice UK? Should there be another series of that when really nobody become really famous after this show finishes? What do you think? Have a comment down below and subscribe to me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry it's been so long, but I had to get a new camera. Eventually it's arrived. So I will see you next time, hopefully with another video. Until then, goodbye.